Welcome to a flip through of my new journal. My new journal is inspired by Frida Kahlo because I absolutely love her art. As you can see, it is really chunky. Well, let me just show you the side. On the side, we've got this beautiful applique. Oh, this is sliding off a bit. Hold on. Okay. Beautiful applique. And I've used fabrics that I've printed in all the sort of colors that make me think of Frida, you know, the really bright, bold colors. So this is really a mixture between a junk journal and a Lapbook, which you can see here. If you look at it from the front, you've got the Lapbook part, the junk journal part. What I've done to make it easy to use, oh sorry, I'm just seeing that I've got it in, okay, is that I've made this part removable, because you know when you open it up it's going to be a little bit awkward to write in it if you've got all of this on the front. So if you turn it around like this, you can just pull this off. It's just attached with velcro, and take it off when it's not in use. Or if you don't want to use it, you can always just use it as a picture. Very easy to put back on. So we'll just put that over there. So the journal itself, you could just use tie it with this, or as I say, you know, put the frame footer on the front. So let's get started. Right, let's put that over there. Okay, make sure I'm in frame. So first of all, measurements. The cross is 16 centimeters, which looks like it's about 6.5 inches, and the length is 22, which is about 8.5, and then the spine is 11, which is just over 4 inches. Okay, so let's open it. I'll have to just checking the ones that I'm in. It's a bit tricky. Focus in. Okay, hold on. That way, right. So if we open it up like this, you've got, obviously you've got all your journal pages here, and you've got the front and the back that are, you know, you can open up. So let's move that to there. I think you can see it. So what I've done is I've actually taken pictures from a beautiful book on Frida Kahlo, basically all the artwork that was in it, and used them in here. So you've really got a lot of things to look at. If you open it, so it opens like that, and then it opens again like that. So let me first show you the first part. And then it's got pockets that are again made with fabric that I jelly printed. The backgrounds are jelly printed as well. Some nice, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the English word. You can see what I mean. All right. Sorry, sometimes I can't think in English. So this is made from a paper napkin. It's got some little goodies inside, but it's like an envelope. It's really durable, and you just tie it like that. There's some paper, again jelly prints I did of cactuses and things. This is one of her paintings that I've backed onto jelly print, the journal card. Another one of her paintings. really, it's actually a very interesting painting, and it's all about how she felt being divided between living in Mexico and, you know, the whole heritage side of things, the natural side of things, and the USA that was very industrial and grey, and, you know, she didn't really enjoy living there very much at all. So those will go into here. Let me just come down a bit. Okay, this side is belly bands. Oh, hold on, let's just pull that up. Again, another one of her paint. Well, actually, sorry, I lied. This is a photograph of Frida and her 3 sisters. And this was I can't remember, his cousin or something. But her 3 sisters. And there she is in men's clothing that she enjoyed wearing a lot for various reasons, but mostly because of her leg. Beautiful portrait of her. Okay, and then here, just a little bit sticky. I got this from the book. This is really just a biography, you know, of things, her life really, so you can read up on the major events in her life. It's very useful to have all that information there. Okay, just put that back in. Over here. Okay. Oh, I think it goes that way. Yeah. So then, let's open it. Let me check. Yes, you can see that. Another one of her beautiful portraits. And you can see this one's very different to the others. For example, if you compare it to this one, her way of painting, which changed a lot after she met Diego. She used to paint in a very dark sort of Renaissance way. I still think it's incredibly beautiful. Okay, so here are 2 little pockets. We've got a sugar skull because, I mean, who doesn't love sugar skulls? Some little jelly printed journaling cards. There's another photo of her. And roses because, well, she loved flowers. Flowers, animals. Up here, some more journaling cards. Put it into there. Okay, and then here, a belly band with this beautiful ribbon. There's a little notebook. It's actually made from serviettes with this print. I couldn't resist. And this is a card for cover. It's like a colouring in greeting card really, but it's really pretty. Okay, so then this all closes up again like that. Oh, and then, well, imagine now you want to write in here. Instead of closing it all up completely, just leave it like that. I'll show you these pages. Let me see if they, yeah, you can see them. So some of them I've just stenciled on. Then I've got jelly prints that I did. Let me open that up. Jelly prints that I did with the same colours that are on the cover. This was a lovely sort of folk art stencil. There are a lot of pages for journaling, and in between I've got more of her artwork, stenciling. Some stamping. And then here and there are more little pockets. Another little sugar skull journaling card. There's a little or bookmark or journaling card or whatever. Right, lots of bits and pieces. This side is a floating tag, so just, you know, you can move it around and put it anywhere you like. That I've done some stitching on. And the paper here, see, it's using a book page, which is one of the pages from the book. That is a beautiful portrait of her, which you can journal on. Another one of those journaling cards. So a very interesting painting. And Diego. Oh, and then I couldn't resist this heart, because it's quite a lovely, intense relationship that she had with him, I suppose. Alright, so that's the end of the first signature. This is an incredible painting. I think it's called Moses, if I'm not mistaken. Very intense. There's so much to learn about this. I can't really tell you very much about it, but you'll see there's Moses in here, there's Jesus, there's all kinds of figures. It's very, very detailed. You'd have to look it up to find out more. Again, lots of journaling space. Here's another little pocket. And this lovely painting. Each figure representing a different sort of class of people in Mexico. The worker. I think Frida painted herself into that as well. More stamping. So I've really been very bold with the colours that I've used. Very dramatic. There's nothing dainty about it at all. There's another little mini belly band with some journaling cards. Again, a floating tag. And I think, where did I get this idea? From someone on YouTube called Sasibo, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Which is a really great idea, because you can move them anywhere, and you can journal at the back of it. That's a portrait of her and Diego. End of the second signature. More tassels. Photograph. Oh, and this key, which is Dream. I couldn't resist putting that in. Little pocket. There's actually two parts, I think. There's here and there. And there. This is a little pocket. A bit sticky. Hasn't been pulled out in a while. Okay, what did I do here? I can't even remember. Oh dear. Oh, right. It's a little envelope. There you go. It opens with velcro dots. And you can put little bits and pieces in there. And decorate it with this beautiful ribbon. Frida and Christina, her sister. She had a very complicated relationship with her, because her sister had an affair with her husband. Right, there's another one. Journaling card. Little floating tag. And then later on, her work, as you can see, I mean, if you compare these two, her work was very detailed compared to her later work, which the brush strokes were a lot looser, and she didn't, you know, it wasn't as much detail. And this was really just because, I mean, she had a very complicated life, but later on she was on so many painkillers that she didn't have as much hand control when she painted. Now the belly band with little bits. Ah, yes, and that was her lover. She was bisexual, apparently. Okay, so that's all of that. And then I've just stamped and dated it. So we move over. Let's see where we are. I'm looking at everything backwards here. Yeah? To here. Yeah, I think you can see. Now the beautiful self-portrait. And this was a painting of herself in the traditional Mexican clothing. It's quite lovely. Here you've got a little notebook, which you can take off, because I put it on there with Velcro dots, and replace, put another one on there. And it's back to the hardboard. This was an applique. So let's just put that to the side. Here is, oh, here are some more journaling cards. Such beautiful work. And some little papers and things. And the belly band. So all my belly bands, well, actually all my belly bands and pockets are made from fabric. So they're going to really hold. They're stuck in there. They're not going to come out at all. You know, you don't have to be very precious using this journal, worrying about it falling apart or tearing or anything. Okay, so let's move over a little bit more. You can see that, yeah. So this pocket, what have we got in here? So another one of those skulls. This is a little pocket, and then if you turn it over, it's another envelope. And these envelopes are backed with calico, so they're fabric. And as you can see, I've done a lot of stitching on everything. Another one of her later paintings. Right, we open that up. Oh, sorry. Again, I've got 2 pockets there. Little mini journaling cards. I just like the texture of all these paints. There is a portrait there, and some little cards up here at the top in the second pocket. All right, and then, okay, so that closes there. You've seen that, you've seen that. That closes like that. She really liked this kind of lots of vegetation and animals and everything. And that's basically it. There's loads of space to add more things in. You know, you can see it's not, the journal hasn't expanded like a gator mouth. And then if you want to close it up, you just put this back over here, like that, and, well, make it a bit tighter than me, but seal it, close it up there with the Velcro. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much.